Hello, lovely peeps. Just bring the screen a bit forward. Hopefully it won't fall over. There. I got a thumbs up. Thank you. So one person here. Oh, it's Sam. Hello, Sam. Nice to see you, honey. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Emma. Nice to see you, darling. I know, I can see 2 people on and 2 thumbs up. I'm very impressed. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm good. I gotta go to the doctor this afternoon. I'll be glad to get that over and done with. I'm worried what she's gonna say. Yeah. I thought if I came on, it would help me forget about it for a while. Just noticed I've got a toilet roll here. I've just been watching, is it Kira or Tira? Oh, what's her name? Stamp and something. I can't go back and look now. Ooh, getting a journal, Emma. Oh, how exciting. I'm just wondering where the rest of these have got to. Oh, here we go. Oh, you come back on Friday, Emma. I bet you'll be glad to get home, honey. I've been saving loo rolls inserts. You won one from Sam. Oh, how wonderful. I've won one from Kathy. Oh, how wonderful. Yes, I've been saving these. I'm going to make myself make a couple of journals from these. I was just gobsmacked to win the journal that I won. I just don't win things. But as they say, you have to be in to win. Anyway, over there. So, I'm wondering if Katrine might pop on. She goes to bed so late though. I think she sleeps in really late in the mornings. Because she said something about I came on early. Oh, I don't know if she's going to be here. No, okay. It's a really nice surprise when we do then, isn't it? What you do apparently is the video I watched, she put the double-sided tape in either end, and she put rings on each one. I think there were about 6 or 7 inserts for each journal. Then they were gessoed and just used like a journal. But I've just been watching one from Kira or Tira. I'm not sure how she spells her name. And I'm not sure that she's loo rolls, but she had tags inside. She had tags inside hers. Just really ever so pretty. So it's her latest one. She did say she was going to try and come on, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning over there. Yeah. Yeah. You've got to watch out though. because they're different sizes. Like these ones are the little ones, and then you can see the ones on top are slightly narrower. Anyway, so I've got enough to, because I like to work on two or three things at once. So I make a mistake with one and I can improve on the following one. Right, so I showed you yesterday. I showed you the knitting I got. Have you watched, Sam? Did you see the knitting I showed yesterday? If you didn't, I'll show you now. Okay, I've been inspired by Katrine's work. She's put in, you did? Oh, well done. Thank you, Sam. So she's put tulle over bits of fabric and threads and stuff. And she's got the feltish stuff on the back. And then this one she used a couple of different coloured tools and rickrack, and she's put it onto paper, and it's quite thick. I went looking for tulle, but I couldn't find any. I didn't want huge amounts of it. I just wanted small amounts, but I couldn't find it, so I bought that knitting. So I started playing yesterday. I started small by squashing. I used a spider net first. It's one side, and I used it on the other side as well. But you can see it's quite thin, so I needed to experiment. Yeah, I think she does a very good deal. It's very reasonable. So that's what I did first. It was thin, so the next thing I did was I did a bigger one, but using the zigzag netting. Used up loads and loads of scraps of fabric. I've got lots of scrap fabric, tiny bits. I've always saved them. But as you can see, that's still quite see-through, probably not quite sturdy enough for a book. It'd be fine for me. I could use that for myself. And I've sewn all over it. I'm just trying to see what I've done. It's hard to see on this one. So from that I went on to try something different. Am I missing one here? Oh yes, I see. Oops. Sorry, I dropped a ribbon. So this time I used a felt backing. Yeah, oh thank you. This time I used a felt backing. This is the felt that Katrine sent me. That she's dyed herself. I think it's some kind of a cleaning cloth that they can get in Aldi. I've not seen it here. And then on the front, I just put lace and ribbon. Oh, sorry, try and keep it still. Lace and ribbon on top of the felt, and then I haven't trimmed it. I put the spider knitting on top of it, and then I sewed the squiggly wiggly lines all around it to hold it down. I really like that one, and it's more, you can see the light through it, but it's thick enough to be a journal, sturdy enough, so it'll be with it's quite a good size. It is a lovely colour. I just love this colour, the blue and then the creams with it, so I'm really pleased with that. Thanks, Emma. I'm really pleased with that. Then I started this yesterday. I made this one, and for this one I used the handmade paper they got, and I used it double layered. So I've got the gold on that side, I've got red and gold on that side, and the multicoloured one on that side. So I use both knittings. So I chose that side to be the right side of the journal. Hey, how are you, honey? Thank you for reminding me, Brenda. Hi, Krista. Krista's in Australia. Thank you. I'm just waiting to see how Emma is. Emma fell downstairs yesterday. I'll carry on while I'm waiting for Emma. And so I've put some pages in here. Emma, are you okay from your fall yesterday? Right. Oops, can you see? I'll hold it back a bit. I'm leaning right over. It's got orange in here. I don't usually use orange printer paper, but I've got it. Yeah, but are you okay? I guess you're not in hospital. Oh, okay. Have you got bruises? I tripped down the last 2 stairs a few months back and I hurt my foot. So these are all in. That one's long, so I folded it over. I've not done anything to it, it's just got papers in it. But I was so annoyed with myself because I had these ribbons on both sides of the book and I was trimming off the edges and I was being really careful. I was doing one edge at one layer at a time and I snipped it. Yes, some of it is from yesterday, Krista, but I'm hoping that it can be closed like that and it'll be okay like that. Oh, good. I'm glad you're fine, Emma. So I'm wondering, do you think I need to do anything else with it? I'm thinking I could put it on Etsy. Do you think £10 would be a reasonable price to pay for something like that doesn't have any decoration in it? I need to sticky stuff on the ribbon. It hasn't got any decoration in it. I just like other people's opinions. Yeah. It's the back. Thank you. Just when I sell things, I'm almost I kind of don't know what price to go for. It's a fair bit of work. I think it's worth £10. Yeah, so that's it really. That was short and sweet, wasn't it? But that took me all afternoon and early evening to do that. What have you girls have been up to? You think so, Emma? Do you mean you think that £10 is all right? I couldn't charge any more than 10. I don't think it's. They could. They could. Are you? Oh, okay. sounds interesting, Krista. Oh, Krista, I couldn't remember. I could remember your name, but I couldn't remember the name of your channel, so I couldn't find your Second Chance Creations. I'm just writing it down now, Krista, and I'll go over and have a look. I need to keep a special book with everybody's names in. Oh, well done, Brenda. Oh, thank you, Emma. I just saw what you said. Thank you. Because I sold another little journal and it was so sweet, but I think I only earned £15 from that, and it had pockets and all the ephemera in it and everything. Yeah, oh, I've got a drink here. Let's drink it. I haven't done anything else. I haven't had time to, actually, even though I've been in here all the time. I'm so sorry, Tracy. I need to go. My lovely daughter and grandson have arrived. Speak soon, honey. Take care, everyone. Oh, bye, Sam. Of course you got to go. Oh, you would love to see some of my fabric. Okay. I don't actually have much fabric up here. Most of it's over in the studio. I've got a cabinet like this one over in the studio that's got lots of fabric in it. If you want fabric, I can send you some, Emma. Scotty. What kind of fabric are you interested in, Emma? Because I could show you some next time. I've got a bit here. I've got like a plastic bag full of lace. Well, when I say lace, it's kind of lace I've scrounged from net curtains and old tablecloths and old clothes I found cheaply in a charity shop. And what else have I got? And I've got a bag of fabrics down here just for using as bits for journals. I could show you that. Oops. I'll get that out. No, it's no pressure, honey. I'm just interested in what kind of fabrics you would actually like to look at. When I say I've got little bags of scrap, when I've got lots of little scraps, I mean this is a small portion. I've got a huge tub down in the studio full of little scraps of fabric. I sent some to Tracy Fox. And this is from the 80s. It's from a dress I made my daughter. So, oops. Try not to upset the sewing machine cable. So in here I brought bits and pieces over that I thought might be helpful in a journal. Is River here? Deborah's here. Hi, Deborah. Oh, lacy stuff. Oh, you must see lacy stuff. I'll just show you quickly here. Now I've got this bag on my lap. Got this fabric. I bought it back in the 90s. I love that. I use little bits here and there. This, I can't remember whose this is. I used this on a journal, actually. Quite like this. On a sewing journal. I gave it to my daughter-in-law. I went shopping for... Sorry, Brenda. I'll catch it next time it appears. I bought this tablecloth. It's a really old tablecloth. I love the colours in it. I went shopping for chicken and peacock fabric, found the chicken, but the peacock don't like it. Myself buying a pair of seam and a black. Thank you. Also got this. These are British. This is a British fabric as well. I can't remember who made it. Sorry, it's all screwed up in here. But it's oh, this is a baking themed one. Bought this in the 90s and never did anything with it. Be good for pockets, wouldn't it? Oh, and it needs cutting up. Oh, this is recent. It was on a special offer. It was £1.79 down from £3.60. Let's see if I got the right way up, this way up. I couldn't resist it. I'll bring it up a bit closer. There's Katrine's sewing machine. I love the threads. See the threads? This fabric comes from New Zealand. I didn't realise till I got it home. Then I was really excited, so I told my mum about it because my mum's in New Zealand. Safety pins. I can't see what's on there. There you go. Scissors, shears. So this fabric warrants being folded. Hello, Katrine. Well done, you got here. I got a little bit of watering can fabric. I sent some of that to Tracy Fox. I got some aeroplane fabric from a quilt I made because I've just done so much sewing through my life. All sorts of things for patchwork quilting. I used to sew a lot of my children's clothes and my own clothes when I was younger. So I've got, and I just kept all the scraps. Pegs. So these are the things I thought would look really nice in a buttons. Yeah. Houses. A lot of these are from the 90s. And I save. I found a whole load of vintage hankies in a charity shop. I've used the edge of one of those. This fabric's off an old oven mitt that my mother-in-law had. So I scavenge for fabrics as well as occasionally buying them. I don't buy them that often these days. There's a green tablecloth here. I love the green. I thought that's going to be very handy for something. Yeah. An old dress. That's a really light cotton. Yeah. Now I better show Katrine what I've been doing. These two lovely covers that you sent me that you made, and they are my inspiration to make some journal covers of my own. So I started off experimenting, and this was bits of fabric sandwiched in between spider knitting. It's not very good. It was just a sample. I just wanted to see. Then I did, oh, I don't know if I showed that one before. Then I did this one. It's got the zigzag on it. And it's quite a bit whole, a bit see-through. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I can be bothered with crewel needlework, but yeah, I think it'd be good journal covers. And there's enough there I can share it with people. Then I went on and did put some of your fleece on the back, your felty fleece of this bit, and then I put in bits of fabric and felt. Thanks, Tracy. What are you thanking me for, Emma? Oh, for showing you some fabrics. Oh, that's all right, honey. So I really like that one, but I was experimenting, so I didn't stop at that. I went on to do something else, which was this one. I used a piece of the blue that Katrine sent me, and I put bits of lace and the spider knitting over it. I'll bring it up closer so you can, it's hard for me to see. You can see it very clearly. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Katrine? I was really pleased with that one. I wanted to accentuate that colour because I love that colour. I have a lot of that colour in my sitting room downstairs. So that I think that would make a lovely journal with a bit of a spine to it. There's enough room for a spine. So I'm really pleased with that one. And then I did this one, which I've already made into a little journal. And I made a mistake when I was trimming it. With this one, I put a ribbon all the way through the cover, out the other side. There it is. Yes, I went and chopped it off, didn't I, when I was trimming? I was being really careful, lifted the layers, doing them individually. Silly me. Anyway, so this one, I used two pieces of handmade paper. The reverse of the papers facing one another, and then on one side I put the spider net, and then on the other side, I didn't see that comment, it wasn't fast enough. Yeah, I couldn't I? And then on the other side I used the thank you, Emma, and on the other side I used the zigzag knitting, and it's fairly thick. I need to live with this one a while and use it. Or maybe I was talking about selling it though, wasn't I? Maybe I should actually use this one or give it to someone to use to see how it actually wears before I actually start selling them. I'm not sure. Anyway, I bought little bits of elastic down there and down there so that I could make two, you can't see, two signatures, Midori style. So that's inside front, and it's backwards because it's a mirror image. Thank you, Deborah. I'm not sure what the good idea was, what that I should use it or give it away and see how it wears. I think that might be a good idea. So I've used different papers. It's handmade paper here. This is printer paper, orange printer paper. This is from a journal. It's very thick paper card, very nice, smooth. Then we've got some more handmade paper. It's totally undecorated. Some calligraphy and oops, side. There's the thing again. And that's the middle between the signatures. There's a handmade paper fish. And this one is very similar to the first one. Bamboo printed on handmade paper. Pinky beige handmade paper. Bamboo. Yeah, and then at the back it looks just like that. See the texture if I hold it like that. Yeah, so that I think it will be okay for the ribbon to come around and then just tuck under here. But I'm still very annoyed with myself that I went and chopped it off. We all do things like that though, don't we? Thank you. So yeah. So that's what I've done. And while you're here, Katrine, I'll show you your journals. Now, I've got one of your paper clips on here at the moment. I'm just going to remove that very carefully. I don't want to damage the surface. And take out these loose papers I've got in here. I've got loads of loose papers in here. This is one of your tea bags that it's actually brighter than it looks there. I was using it for mopping up after I was stamping, and then I was what was I using? The oxide, one of the oxide ones, ink pads, and then if you put water on it, it disperses the colours that are in that ink. Anyway, that's what I was doing. So this is the lovely journal. I went around it and sewed bias binding on it. I had the perfect colour. I put the lace on later. It's from a curtain. So inside, these are sewn in. So these are papers that Emma gave me. That one. That's some green printer paper. That's some paper from my friend. And that's more paper from my friend. So it's nice and green. I tried to keep to the colours of the journal. That looks very dark there, but that's purple. Oh, I'm glad, Katrine. And there's a little book page. Kansas, hi, honey. Oh, it's so nice to have everyone here. So, and this, I'm not sure you can see this paper, but it's printer paper, and it's a greyish lilac-y colour. It's very pretty. I love the colour of it, and you can see that it's different to white between those two. So it's perfect for this journal. And there's a book page. I think it came from Tracy Fox. We did a swap. I love the colours in it. And that's some paper from the Basics collection by Do Crafts, I think, or someone similar to them. There's some handmade green paper. And this is from an old hymnal from the 1800s. So I've used some of your washi tape on there, Katrine. You see? Because it's old paper, I wanted to strengthen it. And that's a picture from Kate Greenaway's nursery rhyme-ish type book. That's the other side. It's from note paper. Some purple handmade paper. Some printer paper. This is from Edith Holden. I love these hold pages. I'll hold up because if you've not seen it, the pages are printed with the aging effect around them. Have you got any Edith Holden pages, Katrine? Because I'm really happy to send you some if you would like them. She does, well, she lived in the 1800s. She painted watercolours. Would you like some? As I'll happily send you. It won't be a lot, but just a few. There's some Emma paper. There's some more lovely Emma paper. Emma's seen this before. Sorry you're having to see it again, Emma. It's from a bird book. Okay. What was her name? Edith Holden. Let me show you the book. One of the books. I'm trying to see if I've got one here, but it hasn't got the cover. Okay, so I've got one here, but it doesn't have the cover on it. And I'll just show you some pictures from it. They're just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's lovely. I've found two of these books in charity shops. So if I see another one, I will get it. Because there's not going to be an endless supply of these. That's lovely, isn't it? Really love that book. Excuse me while I put this back in. Right. So carrying on. Where am I? Am I upside down now? Let me just see which way up I'm meant to be. No, that's the back. It was a... I don't know where I am. Anyway, then there was this paper. It's really pretty paper. Oop, I just missed a comment. More bird paper. And it's got the sweetest little dormouse in there, look. Isn't he sweet? Oh, thank you, Emma. She is, Katrine. She's very well thought of. It's pretty. Emma paper. Emma paper. That's the other side of the Kate Greenaway book page. There's the hymnal. Oh, I see. The washi's on the other side of it. I thought it hadn't been washed. That's from the other side. So this has just got the one signature in it. Really pretty colours. Yummy Werther's caramel soft or breaking. I'm trying to get myself one of either. You've not got one yet, Emma. There's the other side of the little book page. Nearly to the end now. The green page, the purple page, green printer paper, and Emma paper. It goes. I haven't done anything further. I will actually add some pockets and stuff. I just haven't got that far yet. But I've got all these lovely papers and that to do. I've got the tea bag I'm going to use somehow. I just don't want to rush it. But these are papers that Emma's given me. and Emma gave me these. Thank you. Here's a cute mouse. Now, where did this come from, you, Emma? I think it did. It's got trapped by a bit of washi tape. Yes, there's some really pretty papers from Emma that will suit the book really, really well. Just some, not all of them will be able to fit in, but you can see that they suit it well. Yeah. So that's that. So that's going to go into the book. So I'm just going to pop those back into the front. So they are safe. Put that in there. Where's that? Then I will show you the other one, Katrine. And again, this one is not finished yet, but that's how it's looking. This is a Midori style for anyone who's not seen it before, with elastic. And Katrine made this cover. Sorry, I didn't make that clear before. And Katrine made this cover and sent it to me in a happy mail. Isn't it beautiful? And it's got tied with 2 ribbons. I'll just take out the sensitive stuff, like addresses. So in the front cover, I've cut out, she does lovely work. This is from the packaging. You can still see the sellotape from the outside, and I've used it as a pocket. Let's see, I'll get a, oops, there's 2 there. So it's a pocket. Then I've got drawer lining paper, which is smelly. It's not quite so smelly as it was now, which is good. It was rather potent. This is some handmade paper that I've had for a very long time. It's quite thin. I've put washi along the edge to help toughen it up. Sue, oh yes, Sue, hi. And handmade paper, book page. So I'm just showing Katrine what I've done with her journal covers that she sent me. Handmade paper. This is something Emma sent me. It reminds me of my childhood in New Zealand, because I used to suck the nectar from these flowers. We used to call them honey flowers, but they're not called that. They're called something else. Here's one of your bread bags from Lidl. I've saved a bread bag from our Lidl, Katrine, to send to you, because our bread bags have got writing on them. Yeah, I do love purple. I never used to, but as I've got old, I'm liking purple. Here's some pink. There's lots of room for writing in this one. And hops. I think there's a hop. Yeah, oh yeah, it says, look, hop. The other side of the bread bag, which will make a nice pocket. Well, this one's got a pocket in it already. That's a tablet, what you call it, US people call a tablet. A little journaling card. This is the actual page of the book here, and this is sewn onto it, I think. It's either sewn or glued. Glued. It's glued on, there's no stitching there. Hi, Stacey. Oops, sorry, I'm not holding it high enough. Yeah, oh, there's another pocket. I will add more pockets, Katrine, as time goes by. I'm not rushing these. I just want to, because they're for me, I've got time to just do it as I want it as I go along. I love this book I got, secondhand book. It was yellowed, or had something spilt over it, so I had to cut the corners off. Some of them I had to cut the corners off up here, depending where they were in the book. But they've got beautiful line drawings in them. Oh, is Teresa here now too? Hi, Teresa. I didn't see you come in. Ah, Sue, Sue, was it you that was asking, that was talking about mandala books? Because I've got mine out to show you if you came on. Bread bag from Lidl in Copenhagen. Here's the page there, spotty pink. So this one's got more of a botanical theme to it. Handmade paper. Oh yes, it's Monday night where you are. It's Emma paper. Oh, this is, I'll turn over. This is the middle of the book. Oh no, the middle of the first signature. And this is a tea dyed page that I put cookie cutters on. Squeezed a tea bag around the cookie cutters. And then put a breadboard on top of the cookie cutters and left them sitting on the paper until it dried. It's quite simple. Nothing clever about it at all. That's the other side of the arrows. Right, I'm just going to flip through because this is the second side of the signature until we get to the beginning of the next signature. And I can find it. Here we go. So this is the smelly paper. So I've done 2 signatures. I'm on to the third one. Right, this is... Thanks, I'm just learning about all this, mainly into textiles. This is fun and a nice group. Yeah, so we have such a lovely group, don't we? It's some marbled handmade paper. And Emma paper. Got such lovely papers from Emma. Handmade paper. What does that say? Wild marjoram, wild thyme. Emma paper with little cupcakes. I'm into textiles too. Always have been. I used to make all my own, well, most of my own clothes, all my children's clothes, do patchwork and quilting, all sorts of bits and pieces. Smelly paper, yeah. It smells quite nice as long as you don't get too much of it. That's a pretty colour. It's kind of peachy. This is washi tape from what's it called, the Tiger Shop, Flying Tiger, but it needs to have glue underneath it. It's not very tacky at all, but then some washies are like that, and it's actually plastic, it's not paper. I used it again there. I had to glue it in. So whizzing on because I'm at the second half of the... And then there's the back of the journal. Spin, dye, weave, knit, all kinds of stuff. Yep, you spin too, Kansas. I spin. And I weave, yep. Dye, knit, crochet, made paper. I haven't made paper for a long time, but I have made paper. My daughter's inherited the paper kit. Oh, thank you. My pillow is calling me. Had a big day. Okay, Krista. Thank you for coming. Hi, Aussie Mum. Krista's just leaving. She's tired, needs to go to bed. Yeah, I'd love to see some too, Kansas. Night, Krista. Oh, I better put that back in the journal. Is that one or the other one? No, that's the other one. I'm getting confused here. Ah, here we are. There. So, Sue, this is my mandala book that I have that I could recommend. I think it's very good. And it's by, I think it's an interweave book. Interweave books are very good generally. So it's from America. It's a heavy book. I'm going to tip up my tablet a bit, so you might want to put your fingers in your ears. I'll just show you quickly. It's got written instructions and descriptive instructions, pictorial instructions. But it's got all sorts of... I've made about 4 or 5 of them so far. That one's nice. There's a sunflower one in here I made. Star. So it gives you a bit of an idea. You can probably see it on Amazon. Amber, hello. Yes, you are working. Thank you very much for coming in. So anyway, I recommend that book. It says Modern Crochet Mandalas, 50 plus colourful motifs to crochet. And it's printed in America, so it'll be American crochet terms. But I can get my head around that okay. That's all right. You're welcome, honey. I'll pop it away. I need to be tidy. Some things at least. Yeah, it's a great book, Emma. I think it was about £10 on Amazon, which isn't a bad price, really. Hey, Bootsy! Hello, I didn't know you'd come in. Sorry I missed you. Yeah. Gosh, it's now already. Nearly 12 o'clock. Oops, I can put you up again. Back of my tablet has got a magnet on it, and I've got it leaning against a tin. So if I want to tilt it, I can put it up on the tin that holds it tight. I don't know if it'd hold it upside down though. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that was everything. Oh, the people that came in late, do you want to see the book covers I've made with the knitting I was showing yesterday in my live? I've shown it a couple of times already, but I'm happy to show again if you'd like me to. I'm not sure who's seen and who hasn't seen. Okay. Great. So, where are they gone? So it's using... Hello. Are they all done now?
Yes.
Oh, good.
driving into town.
Okay, bye. These were sent to me from Katrine. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and I've used these as my inspiration. So this is on Katrine's hand-dyed fleecy felt. And I think there is fabric overlaid by threads and rickrack, and then it's got tulle over the top and sewn down. It's gorgeous. And this one's got a paper backing or cardstock backing from advertising, and it's very similar but with the threads behind it. So I went on Etsy looking for tulle, and I couldn't find, well, I went several places looking for it. I couldn't find it in the quantity I wanted. I just wanted small bits. I didn't want yardage, just anyway. So I bought the netting that I showed yesterday. I'm just trying to find my first little bit. So this is the first one I made using the spider stuff. Have I got a small bit of the spider to show? Oopsie. That one. Oh. Okay, so this is what I showed yesterday. This spider knitting and this, which is called zigzag knitting. Okay, good idea. I don't get into Taunton very often, but I will certainly keep my eye out. And also in charity shops and little girls' dresses and things, you can sometimes find it. And so this is my first. I use the spider knit on both sides with little bits of scrap fabric in the middle. It's a great way of using up scrap fabric. But as you can see, the light shines through it. But it'd be great for a pocket. You saw that? Then I went and made this one bigger than the last using the zigzag. But as you can see, it's still got the holes through it. Hold it like that, you see the light coming through. So it needs to be more dense if it's going to be a journal cover. So then I went to using the fleece on the back like Katrine did, and using gold threads, and I used the zigzag knitting on the front. If you can see the gold thread. So I quite like that. I like that one. From that I went on to make this one. I'm picking up other stuff with it. Using Katrine's blue hand-dyed felt that she sent me. And this time I put lots of bits of lace and ribbon in it. And I used the spider knitting over the top of it to hold it. And then did crazy stitching all around. But I'll hold it back a bit. It's really pretty. I really like it. It's going to make an awesome journal cover. Thank you. So that was that. And then I went on and finished. This is what I finished this morning. I made a cover with a ribbon either side. Now you'll notice there isn't a ribbon on this side because when I was trimming it, I cut it off. Question, Tracy, do you think these are durable enough to make small wristlets handbags? These with this, I'm not sure. I haven't actually washed it yet. Katrine uses this knitting because when I mentioned it to her last night, she said that she's used it. Katrine, have you washed the knitting, the knitting, the spider knitting? And would it be durable to make a wristband? I wouldn't, I'm very sensitive, but I wouldn't want that netting next to my skin. But if you got something soft underneath it, I think it'd be all right. Who asked me the question? Bootsy did. And it dissolved. Ah, okay. But you could do it using using tulle, Bootsy. This stuff kind of reminds me like Angelina fibers. You know, you get the loose fibers and you iron them and they come together. Oh, it's a shame you're in America, Bootsy. I'd buy some from you because I need tulle. Anyway, so yeah, tulle is good for that. You can get different levels of softness with tulle too, can't you? Some of it's quite coarse, but some of it that they use as underskirts on clothes can be quite soft. Anyway, that answered your question, Bootsy. That's good. So this is the one I finished this morning that I cut a ribbon off of. I used this, I'll hold it up close. I used the spider webbing on that side. Oh, this one is 2 pieces of handmade paper with their reverse sides together. So that's the outside cover with the spider netting. And then inside, I used the zigzag netting. Don't ask me why, I just felt like doing it. And the ribbon runs all the way through the middle of the 2 papers. I don't know if you can see. No, I don't think you can see. But there's 2 pieces of paper in there between the netting. So wasn't I clever to go and cut the ribbon off? Can that red webbing be dyed? I imagine not, because it would have to get wet to be dyed and then it would dissolve or fall apart. You could try changing the colour of it by stamping over it. Thank you, Aussie Mum. I'm really happy with it. I've put different papers on the inside. I've made it Midori style with the elastic. And you can see where I've passed the elastic through there and through the bottom. It's navy blue rather than black. And you can see them in the middle of the signature there. I did it double because I didn't have thick elastic. Yeah, so I cut the ribbon off. Gosh, I'm so silly. Yeah, so it can be like that instead. So there you go. I think that's all I showed people before. Yeah. You're suffering paper envy of which paper? Oh, the handmade paper. Did you send me your details in a message so I can send them to Krista? And the knitting, does come in various colours. So if you go back to yesterday's live, underneath in the description is Leslie's shop, Etsy shop, where you can see the colours. And the knitting came in. I've just got it here as a heap at the moment because I haven't tidied up. It comes in a lovely... Yes, I really need to tidy up. It was ever such a good price. Look at all those colours together. So there's a pink, That's Zigzag. There's a lovely, lovely green, which is the spider. It's more green than it shows there. There's a reddish, pinkish spider. Orange zigzag. Yellow zigzag. A pinky, lilac-y zigzag. Cream spider. And then the red zigzag that I showed you before. I mean, elsewhere, if it's in America, Canada, you might be able to actually get it there and then get it in different colors. I don't know. I've not investigated that. But if Katrine can buy it in Copenhagen, I'm imagining you can buy it all around the world. Okay. I had never seen it. Well, I don't know what it's made of. I imagine it's some kind of plastic, actually. I bit a bit of it, and I didn't eat it. I just, you know how to try and determine what something's made of, and I would say it's a plasticky thing. I don't know. I'm not sure that it did say what the composition was in the description on Etsy either. But I think this will last me quite a while. It'll certainly last me until I can find some tulle anyway. And I suppose with the washing type, with the washing thing, I would prefer to have something I can wash. Polyester polymer, yeah, so it's plastic. Thank you, Katrine. How did you know that, Katrine? Does it say on your... Does it say on the... Yeah, does it say on the... whatever you get it in, on the packaging? Brenda, try Party Store. I think Dollar Tree will have some at Halloween. Well, next month, if not already. Yeah, it won't be long. They'll have Halloween stuff in, even over here. They were advertising back to school products before the children had even broken up. As soon as the children go back to school, they start advertising for Christmas and Halloween and bonfire night. Yeah. Oh, I need to finish my drink. I'm studying. I have an education to textile design, making of it. Katrine, I did a fine art degree, and I really kind of wish I had done a textile degree instead. I did look into doing surface design, but I think it was ego, to be honest. But my fine art degree didn't teach me that much, really, but it taught me how to think, and I'm grateful for it for that. It was a very conceptual course. You have sewing machine envy, Bootsy. What kind of machine are you envious of? Oh, you have swapped already? Oh, good. No, I didn't see that message. Okay, thank you. I was on... You had is that a person? Kurt Mind. And had a great teacher. Oh, 14 days. Gosh. Ours are only just gone on holiday last week, so... They've had a week already? I think they had a week already. My family, my daughter and her family, they've gone down to Cornwall camping. So hopefully they'll have a lovely time. Sounds like you'll be really pleased to get them back to school, Brenda. Because these are your grandchildren, I think. I hope I got that right. Besides, here in Denmark, everything has to be labelled what it's made of. Yay. Is that the youngest one as well? And the youngest one's been at home? You girls haven't met Bertie yet, have you? I imagine he's out in the garden though. Can't see. At some point, I will introduce you to Bertie, because he's adorable. He'll probably think the screen is a bit weird though, and he might avoid trying to look at the screen. Yeah, I think they probably got off the same time then. Brenda does appear to have them a lot. I hope it's appreciated. Oh. He's my little terrier dog. He's adorable. He's getting old now. He he's gorgeous. I could go see if I can find him. You might get worried if I bring him into the house carrying him. He'll think he's due for a bath or something. He goes and hides if he can hear the bath running during the daytime. Should I go see if I can find him? I want to show him off. Okay, you girls talk amongst yourself, and I'll just if I'll see if it's easy to find. Be 1 minute. There's some ladies here who want to see you. Well, I don't know if they want to see you or whether it's just me. Hello, this is Bertie. And he's waiting to have his special treat. Aren't you, Bertie? Yeah, you are. You're waiting to have your special treat. Bertie's gone quite grey in his face. He used to have black face with just white patches on it. Yeah, he is adorable. You're a good boy, aren't you, Bertie? You're a good boy. I'm going to go have your special treat. Oh, thank you. Look, a special treat. Yeah, you want to get down now? I want to tease you. Thank you. Off you go. Oh, he's going to go off and eat that. He has it at 11 o'clock, so he's late. Yeah, he is. He's gorgeous. We think he could be a Ken. We got him in 2008. Yeah, I'm grey. Really grey in there. got in 2008. We went. It took me ages to convince my husband that we needed to have a dog. And when we did, we went to, we had lined up 5 shelters. Went to the first shelter just to see, because it was closest, just to see what happened when you wanted to get a dog. Anyway, we walked in, and then there were these 5 cages were dogs that had just come in, that they keep them separate for a while. I'm trying to think of the word. When you, oh, can't think of the word. Anyway, so he was in his own cage, and I was walking along, and I saw Bertie, and I just knew the moment I saw him, he was for me. And he just looked at me, and he knew he was the only dog that wasn't barking. And I said to my husband, he's the one. He said, well, you haven't looked at all the others yet. I said, don't need to. Anyway, to please him, I walked round and saw all the others. I went back to Bertie, and he came over and was looking at me. And I said, Richard, I got to have him. So I went running back to the office. Ran back to the office. I was so worried someone else might get him first. And yeah, we got him. And then the day I went to pick him up, I didn't know, but he had come in. Someone had brought him in, and he'd come straight up to me. I was at the desk filling out forms, and he'd come straight up and sat behind me. He knew he was going home with me. He's just been wonderful. I just love him to bits. Yeah, they do adopt us. And I think cats do the same thing, don't they? Yeah, so we've been very blessed. He's brought so much joy into our lives. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Elaine. Yeah. It just was meant to be. You could just tell. Yeah. He's getting old now. I try to just not think about it and just think in the moment that I've got him now. And oh, really? Rhodesian Ridgebacks are beautiful dogs. I've only ever met one, and that was in England. Is Emma still here? The puppy that you tripped over yesterday, Emma, what kind of breed is he? She? I'm just wondering. AFK. Oh, there's Emma there. So Emma is here. Sorry, I'm leaning on my hand. How's your mum today, Sue? Well, you don't know because it's early morning. Stopped a long time ago. He wrote 2 months ago. What is about? All you love people motivated to make a stab at journaling. Oh, good. Oh, it's wonderful to hear. I'm referring to what you said, Bootsy. And I didn't read the comment underneath Bootsy's comment. 8 indoor cats, the largest names. Hi, Carla. £28. Oh, it's a cockapoo. Oh, how adorable. Wow. Welcome, Carla. Yowls, I like that. Oh, is it? Sometimes you have to go out and come back in again. It does that with me sometimes. And I don't realise until someone mentioning someone else's name, and I think I haven't seen them yet. And then it happens on Katrine's usually. She's still sleeping. Is she at home now? Oh, yes, it would be heartbreaking. Oh, Emma. And I'm guessing, did you get the puppy for your son? Going to rehab today. Okay. Okay, Aussie Mum. Oh, that's so sad, Emma. Are you able, do you know what it was that didn't work with your son? So, would a different breed make that better, or is a dog just out of the question now? Go away, fly. Oops. You're back. Yay. Thank you. Yes, for son, also for us. We love dogs so much. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's all gone. I've nearly been on for an hour and a half. Who's Carla's just come in. Carla, I don't know if you saw my video yesterday where I was showing the knitting that I've bought. It's spider knitting and zigzag knitting. Oh, okay. Oh, I can see why that wouldn't work. Oh, that would be heartbreaking. So we're showing Cookie. A great name. So I'll quickly show you, Carla. These are the ones that Katrine sent me. Oops, backwards. One is on fleece and one is on purr, and it's tulle over the top of fabric. Went looking for tulle on the on the internet, and I couldn't find any. Not in a reasonable quantities, and I wanted an assortment and I just couldn't find it. So I bought these other things called Zigzag and Spider's Web. This one, whoa, this one's made with a spider's web. So this is just an experiment. It's got lots of little tiny bits of fabric inside it. So that was my first. Then I went on to make a journal size one, but it's possibly it's a bit too thin here. You can see the light coming through, but you know, I'm experimenting, so it's fine. Then I did a little bit with Katrine's fleece. I did that one. It's got the gold threads in it. Okay, Emma, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Thank you. Bye. This has got gold thread in it and a zigzag knitting over it. So that was much better. The light's not coming through. Lace in it as well. And bits of ribbon, embroidery anglais, and spider's web over the top. Thank you, Carla. I love the colour in that one. Just gorgeous. And then I made this one and have made it into a little journal already. This is paper instead. It's 2 pieces of paper put together with a bit of netting on top of each side of it. So it's gold and red. It's handmade paper. So you can see the spider knitting over the top of it. And then on the inside it's got this handmade paper with the zigzag, you can see that there, and I've just stitched all over the top of it, and I put the ribbon all the way through, and when I was trimming it this morning, I can't find it now, I cut it off. Anyway, I'll make it work somehow. Yeah, so I just put some book pages in here, not book pages, pages, just put pages in here using paper that I've got, handmade papers, printer papers, what have you, the handmade paper. Yeah, so it's not very big, and then I think the ribbon's long enough to go around and then tuck in here. Oh, yeah, so that was great. So yes, that's what I've been doing, and what I wanted to come on and show everybody is some beautiful handmade papers. I got them from a lady that I listed in the description on my live yesterday morning, if you need to check that out. But it's in the UK, so so 7 people watching and 10 thumbs up. I think I've probably been on here quite long enough. I've got to go to the doctor, so I don't want to wear myself out too much. Oh, is he? Oh, lovely. How old is your son, Sue? "16. Ah, I can remember when my son was 16. Nearly 16 years ago. It's like it was just a couple of years ago. Tracy, take a piece of fabric or heavier paper with words on it and lay it over the cut end of the ribbon on the other side. Sew it down and you'll never know it was cut." Ah, okay, I get what you mean. Very clever. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, they are a treasure. She gets 2 cups of dry food twice a day and 3 kids' table scraps. Oh, she loves. Oh. Yes, it could be. Yeah, I just haven't had enough time really to think about it. But it would be better with another, with the ribbon on it, rather 2 bits of ribbon rather than just the one, because it's too slippery really to act as a pokey through one. Well, girls, I think I'm going to hop off now. You're silent anyway. I'm not interrupting anything. If you're having this really detailed conversation, I think, well, maybe I'll just leave you on and I'll go away. And just turn it off when I came back. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kansas. Thanks, Aussie Mum. Brenda, no. Oh, you're welcome, Carla. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I'm really glad I was able to show Katrine what I've been up to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're welcome. Okay, bye everyone. I might see some of you later on your lives, whatever. You're welcome, Katrine. I'm so glad you got to see it. Bye. Okay, I'll push the button. Mwah. Bye. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.